everyone, Fire Princess here. We're back with Let's Play with Fire. I'm trying out some new microphone settings, so hopefully it sounds okay this round. I have some noisy neighbors that just moved in, so I've had to reduce the noise gate a bit so that you hopefully don't hear their music coming through. Anyway, let's get started with the Crane family. I am so excited. Don't mind Emma's hair. It's one of those weird broken ones where you can't see it in like the family screen, but it looks fine in game, so let's go. We have so much to unpack with this family. If you've watched the episode with Gable and Sully, I highly recommend watching that one first before you get into this one if you haven't, like if you're watching them out of order or anything, for their summer round, because something major happened there. And anything past this is gonna be a spoiler, so we'll talk about it now. Okay. Nichol here has just gotten rid of Gable Beesbury. We are dealing with the aftermath of that. He's hiding Gable in the house right now. He doesn't really have anywhere else to put Gable. He fears putting him outside the house, like in the back or something, is gonna be too open and too visible for other people, so he's hiding Gable in the little downstairs room with the cow plant that no one is aware of at the moment. We actually still have to milk the cow plant, so we are totally gonna have Nichol go do that. I think that he's the one that would be using that. He's kind of selfish in that way, just from his character. He would definitely use it for himself instead of letting like Emma use it. But here is Nichol himself, little criminal you, murderer you. And he is married to Nichol Crane, who is our healer. He has a crush on Layla Winterclove, who is the local fairy, and he's actually the only friend of Layla, so he's the only one that's allowed to the supernatural gardens, which is why he's able to have cowplants. And this round we're gonna actually work on selling some cowplants, but that's gonna kind of be on the hush hush down low. We don't want any military knights finding out about this little black market cowplant selling, so we're gonna figure out a way to keep that on the down low. He is gonna have to go to jail today and tomorrow because he got busted last time for tax evasion, if you recall, for our last seasonal round with the Crane family. So because he was busted, he has to spend 2 days in jail, and it'll be 500 simoleons in court fees. So he's pretty much just gonna head out so he can go spend his jail sentence over there. Now, Emma here is the healer, of course. We've seen a lot of her this round with helping out all of the other simmies. She wants to have a baby, of course, which is why she's pregnant with Nichol's son or daughter, I don't know yet. And she is just head over heels for Nichol. She is an absent-minded sim and unstable, so I kind of think that she just doesn't realize everything that Nichol's been doing as far as like the criminal side of things. I think she's just kind of happy to be living the merchant life and not really thinking about what Nichol's doing too hard. Emma today, she is going to need help with the weekly market, so we are going to have her go ahead and interview some sims today. I'm mostly leaning towards Arthur Boyer because he looks up to Nichol as a role model, so I think he would totally take this chance to help out the family where he can. Today is a holiday, so Emma doesn't have to go to work today, but she's gonna spend today getting Arthur to help for the business tomorrow because Nichol's not going to be around to help, and Nichol really wants to make sure that a male figure is running the business and helping Emma run it as well since she's pregnant. Arthur's arrived. He brought Malkine Tabard. Emma's gonna work on befriending Arthur because if she can, then, yep, there they are, best friends. That's pretty much her goal today, is just to befriend Arthur here because she needs some help. I just realized how close the Beesburys are to Crane. They're literally next door neighbors. Huh. We'll have to remember that. She's gonna keep him kind of distracted so that he doesn't go anywhere near the cow plant. But I'm sure him and his guests are getting kind of hungry, so let's have her go make food for everyone. She's making some lamb and dumpling stew. She's super exhausted, but I'm really hoping we can push it to where she becomes friends with Arthur. Nope, that's no. Oh gosh. And they're just talking over her like, it's fine. Alright, I think she's a bit too tired to have her guests stay here. We've made it to day 2 here with just Emma alone in her bed, having to wait for Nichol to come back. He will come back later on today. Emma's gonna finish getting just ready and get some food in her and kind of prepare for a long day of work with someone who's new helping her basically. But before we head there, we have to roll the random occurrence scenario, so let's go do that. As usual, there are 7 categories, so we'll roll a d8. 4. What is a 4? Ooh, disease and illness. Uh-oh. So there's 5 categories in this, so let's roll a d6. 3. Guys, all I've read is the name of what that one is, and it's the Black Death. Use Symblender to infect a sim, and then sim is isolated in a bedroom with free will off for 2 days. I'm gonna roll a die, and we'll see who is gonna be sick. We'll say odd, it's Nichol, even, it's Emma. So we'll do a D100. So odd is Nichol. Okay, even, so it's an Emma that's sick for the next 2 days. And she's the healer, so I guess we'll say that she can't heal this one because it's the Black Death, it's the plague. So I think that she's gonna invite Arthur over, but she won't interact with him, like she'll have to kind of be stuck in her bedroom, but at least he can be there to like help. So I've never actually used Symblender to make a sim sick before. I'm not seeing how to do that. If you guys know how to do that, let me know in the comments below, because I would so love to be able to make her sick from Symblender if I could. I'm just not seeing the option here. So unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna be like, she's not gonna technically be sick, but I do want her to still kind of be stuck in a room for the next couple days. We'll have to just kind of simulate it in this instance, but hopefully if you guys know, let me know and I can use it for the next time we roll that for someone. Here is Arthur showing up to help out. He thought he would be helping at the weekly market, and so did we, but now he's gonna be helping her at home. So since she has the Black Plague, we're gonna get her the F away from Arthur. And let's get her back into the house and in her bedroom. Arthur brought up some food for Emma here, so she's just gonna have some of that. We're just gonna basically lose the day of pay with Nichol being in jail and her being sick with the plague. So let's just have her kind of chill with Arthur today, and then we'll go ahead and just skip to when Nichol gets back from his jail sentence. Nichol's finally made it back from his time in the jail, 2 days worth. He is super stinky and he needs some serious social, so I'm glad that Arthur is here. Emma can't interact with him, of course, since she's kind of has to be quarantined in her room, but at least Arthur is here for them to have a conversation. So let's get him cleaned up first. That's gotta feel great, 2 days after being in a grungy jail cell and just being in his own filth. Ugh. Emma's just changing into her formal wear. One of the things between Emma and Nichol Crane is actually that she has to wear formal wear every time that he's around, just because one of his turn-ons is formal wear, and just based on his personality, I thought that kind of made a lot of sense for him. He'd be one of those men who requires his wife to look a certain way, so she has to make sure she's wearing a formal dress. Oh gosh, it's baby time. It is baby time. Oh my gosh, Nichol's not even here. We need to get Allison over. She's the midwife, like, now. Oh, it's only one. Phew. Let's see, is it a little girl? Oh, it's a little girl. There's so many girls. Oh, look at him. He is so not happy. Look at that face. Oh my gosh, I am shocked right now. I mean, Nichol was just like, oh, did you see him? His reaction was like, I don't want this. Man, ever since he's been married to Emma, he has been just like totally checked out. Like, he could care less. Alice. Oh, little Alice, your father doesn't want you. Okay, we need to get Allison over. Allison here is just gonna go ahead and watch Alice for Emma. Give her a little bit of a break. And we will pay Allison in Probably groceries, because they have some groceries in their inventory that she could use. Nichol's just down here. He was talking to Arthur, but Arthur's kind of wandered off there. Look at Arthur, he's so cute. He's playing with the baby. Anyway, this is probably the rest of the night. I think Arthur and Nichol will just kind of keep talking here. Allison's gonna be here to help. One thing I did see though is Nichol is wanting to study parenting now. Like, what? He went from not wanting Alice to kind of wanting to learn how to parent. So that's a good sign for Nichol, I guess. Emma and Nichol are just waking up here. Emma unfortunately still has the plague, so she has to stay quarantined today, so she can't join for any festivities. But she will have Allison's help today, the midwife, so that she gets just another day of just quarantining and kind of staying away from her baby as much as possible, except for having to feed her, because I don't really have another option for that. He is actually going to be able to go to work today, so we'll finally be able to see their business. They are the weekly grocery store owners, so we will meet Nichol over at the weekly market. We'll see who kind of shows up today. It is only him, and it's a rank 7 business, so hopefully he can kind of keep up with the amount of customers. With Emma unable to join him, it's just unfortunately him here to figure it out. Normally Nichol evades taxes, right? And I'm thinking that because Nichol is kind of, you know, he just got out of jail and he just murdered someone. So at least for this round, he is definitely going to stay on the down low because he doesn't want to risk any sort of, you know, any knight asking too many questions, anyone figuring out anything they shouldn't be, especially because he's working on having a little black market cow plant business, and he also wants to make sure that stays on the down low. So I think for now, he's gonna at least be on the straight and narrow for tax evasion. So he's not doing legal things, but he's decided that maybe the tax evasion isn't worth the risk right now. Oh man, Roland's here too. So Roland is the main military knight who is investigating the death of Gable because Roland is actually friends with Sully. I'm trying to figure out ways that he could possibly bust Nichol. I don't know if we should do like a random scenario, like a random die roll. For now, I'm thinking like if Roland walks by the house, we'll do a die roll, like the same chances for the tax evasion, so that there's a chance that like Roland comes across the cow plant or something when he's walking by. But that's kind of all I've thought of right this second, so that's kind of my thinking with it. Man, he already needs to restock, and there's a line. Holy cow, he definitely needs Emma here. At least she'll be able to help tomorrow. Roland doesn't even have any money. He's totally just here to watch Nichol. He's like, no, I'm totally buying things. I'm not watching you. What? Oh, great. Hubert, you're in the way. Move, Hubert. Malkine's about to throw her stuff on the ground, and I really don't want her to do that. Come on, Malkine, it's okay. I'm here. Nichol's gonna finish up his business here, and then we're actually gonna go swing by Layla's supernatural garden. He gets to grab some more cowplants from her place. Normally I do that die roll to where we see which one Nichol will get based on the die roll, like which supernatural plant, but I think we've kind of set in stone what Nichol's business is, as far as like he's deeply involved with cowplants and all that they entail. So I think we are gonna stick to the cowplants. First things first, let's see how many cowplants Nichol gets to harvest from. There's only 3 cowplants in the supernatural gardens, so we will just roll a d4. 1, so he only gets to harvest 1 of the cowplants. And then I actually kind of want to leave him on the lot for a little bit. I want to see if he and Layla interact in any way. He is crushing on Layla, so I kind of want to give him the opportunity to do something. Like if he's gonna do something, then let's give him the chance. Or her the chance, we'll see. I don't know where this could like go between them. And he's been interacting more with Layla romantically than he has his own wife. Of course, puddles are far more entertaining than a fairy. Thanks, Nichol. Thanks for making this real interesting. So apparently he just wants to play in puddles, so I think we will just go ahead and jump to tomorrow. We are on day 4. Emma's just handling Alice here. She's finally over her black plague. She quarantined long enough. She's over the sickness. Emma will be joining Nichol Crane today at work, so we will go ahead and meet them there. Let's get this day started. So they're gonna have actually a pretty quick day today on the lot, mostly because Nichol has to come back later and do some cowplant sales. He has enough stock from the supernatural garden. He's got quite a bit in his inventory actually. He's at, let's just show you, 14. He's got quite a bit that he could put up for sale. Yes, we just made it to rank 8. Yes, oh my gosh. Let's see what perk we should get. Probably more money, because that's all Emma, well, maybe not Emma necessarily, but definitely Nichol. He's got all the discounts he wanted from his restocking, so now we're pretty much just working our way up the money tree. Nichol with more power is a terrifying thought, but that's the direction we're headed with him. He's at 12,000, oh my god, that was huge. Well, on that note, I think it's time to go celebrate little Alice's birthday. They're all back home hanging out. Allison's still here from when she was watching Alice. Nichol's starting to come around to Alice. He actually wants to hold her, so well, we'll let Emma take care of her, I guess. But yeah, he's starting to want to learn parenting, and he wants to hold her, and just all these good things. So I think he was initially a little like, absolutely not, I didn't want a baby, what was I thinking? But now he's kind of more used to the idea. I'm like, is he gonna be that like overprotective dad type figure now, especially knowing how people can be since he's like that? I think Allison would want to be a part of Alice's age up. I do want to get Arthur over too, so let's go ahead and have Arthur be invited because he helped out when he was needed. A part of me wants to actually invite Layla over too because, well, they have a crush on each other. Well, he has a crush on Layla. I don't think Layla has a crush on him. And I think Nichol's the kind of person who probably would do that. I don't know where the time went because you literally just had Alice and then all of a sudden it's age up time. I don't know. While we wait for everyone to get here, Emma actually wanted to slow dance with Nichol. And that's his reaction. He always rejects her. I feel so bad. Greet everyone. Oh my gosh, Arthur brought Malkeen again. What in the world? Oh my goodness, that outfit needs to go. But, oh my gosh, look at it. Nichol is really trying to be a good dad. He may be an evil person, but he at least tries in being a parent. Emma immediately wants another baby. Well, you know me. I can't resist that one. Oh, little Alice. She's got her mama's eyes. Does she have her mom's nose too? It kind of looks like she has Nichol's nose. Alright, I fixed her clothes, so she should look a lot better now. Alice is mostly neat, very outgoing and active, very serious, and kinda nice, kinda grouchy. She is also absent-minded like her mom, and neurotic. So she could be interesting. I think she'll be kind of fun. Nichol's actually working on teaching her to talk, mostly because Alice wants to learn how to talk, and I like to do, since she's more outgoing than she is active, I want her to learn how to talk first. Little Miss Emma's out here hanging out with Layla. She has no idea who Layla is to Nichol Crane. Let's see where Arthur and Malkeen went. Oh god. Malkeen. Well, this is a predicament. Because now Arthur knows. Oh god. Malkeen is trying to... Oh god. Oh my god. Okay, well... How about let's go ahead and feed the cow plant. Oh god. Malkeen may not be long for this world. Oh, okay. Feed! Go feed the cow plant, please. Before Malkeen dies. Okay, anyway, this is a predicament though, because literally Arthur just walked in here. I forgot it wasn't locked, I guess, and Arthur freaking knows now. I think he's gonna sneak away before any questions are asked, and he's gonna go do the black market cowplant selling that we have planned out to do. So let's go see how we can get that working. Holy crap, guys. Nichol just came on a lot and he wants to have a baby. That was unexpected, but yeah, he wants another one and Emma wants another one, so I guess they'll be trying tonight. But we will worry about that later. He just got onto the weekly market lot and I need to actually set it up for the cowplants. So give me 1 second. I've got the place set up now and the cowplant average price is 5,175 simoleons. Holy crap. So that means pretty much none of my playables can afford that because I usually put their money in the bank to make sure that they're not spending like everything. But I guess my richer Sims, I should keep at least like 6,000, I guess, and they can just have 6,000. That way they can buy a cowplant if they are so inclined. But for the most part, I guess it'll just go to townies, which is okay because I don't want like all of our playables to have cowplants eventually. Ah, immediately there's a military guy. So I've set it up to where I'm going to, I got the visitor controller on this lot, and I'm gonna just ban the military men. Because this is supposed to be like on the down low, so I feel like this is like you know, Nichol got the word out to the not so savory customers that were more interested in exotic plants, and he didn't want any military men to know. So, and like his customers are aware, like that can't be something that's told to the military men. Oh my gosh, they're talking about cowplants. Oh man. Let's see if we can do a hard sell. Or maybe dazzle. How close is she? She's actually kind of close, guys. Dude, if we could sell these, this is like 5,000 simoleons. Come on, Tosha, you know you want this. Yes! She totally bought it. Oh crap, Tosha's ready. Go be the cashier. Oh yes, we dazzled Christy too. We got 2 cowplants sold. Oh my god. I think we're only gonna sell 2 a night, as far as like whenever he's open, because, and maybe we'll keep the cowplant selling once a round, and he'll just sell 2 total for the amount, because I don't want, like I said, I don't want tons of my playables to have them, so I want it like limited availability. Wow, he just made so much money off those cowplants. Okay, well, on that note, I will see you guys in the morning. Emma may have tried for a baby with Nichol last night. Since they both wanted a baby. You know, that's how it goes. And of course she's pregnant. That's a clear sign if I've ever seen one. Anyway, we've made it to our last day. I think Nichol is going to be the only one that goes into work today, mostly because I want Emma at home helping with Alice's skills. We're back at the weekly market here. I've got everything marked for sale as normal. There shouldn't be any cowplants available to be restocked. I don't think there is. I was actually looking into how much money it would cost to become a gentry class from a merchant, since Nichol is in the merchant class. It actually costs 50,000 simoleons to go from a merchant to a gentry, and that doesn't include buying a gentry level house as well. So it's gonna be a while before Nichol's able to do any sort of rank up type thing, which is so good because, I mean, let's be honest, Nichol with more power is not a good thing. No, not at all. Although I guess if he gets another business rank up, he's gonna shoot his way up to being able to afford another rank up. I kind of hope Layla shows up on the lot because, well, I like Layla. And he's crushing on her, but he's just not interacted with her any of the times she's been around. I'm so upset. I was hoping we'd get some juicy Layla Nichol something going on, but Nichol's not quite there yet. I always think I'm not going to miss Emma when it's only Nichol here, and then I'm like, why didn't I bring Emma? Let's see what his badges look like now. He's got a gold register talent badge, a gold sales talent badge, and a silver restocking talent badge. Dang, Nichol. He is going to go ahead and just finish this cell here, and then we will meet him back at home and we'll see how Emma's been doing taking care of Alice. Emma's teaching Alice how to potty train, and then Alice is actually like super tired, so they're not going to get as much skill building as I thought they were going to get. Oh my goodness gracious, Emma. Emma just set the freaking... Oh no. She was trying to make some food since she's obviously hungry, and wow. Oh my gosh. Apparently I broke my default for the fireman. I don't know what happened, but yikes, that's not the way that's supposed to look. Nichol's made it back home. He's gonna hang out with little Alice today. Oh, they just became best friends, yay! He's gonna chill with her. He's actually kind of a great dad, which I'm kind of glad about. We finally have a positive quality about Nichol. Look who's about to learn to talk! Yeah! Good job, Alice, and Nichol Crane, honestly, for teaching her. I was thinking about how we might bust Nichol as far as with Gable being hidden by his cowplant. We already know that Arthur knows about Nichol's little problem, but he's friends with Arthur, and Arthur looks up to Nichol, so I don't necessarily think... I have to double check Arthur's traits, of course, when we get to him, but I really kind of think that Arthur wouldn't say anything. I think that he would believe Nichol Crane with whatever Nichol might tell him for what that is. Like maybe he's like, oh, that's my grandma or whatever, you know? So I think Arthur probably dismissed what he saw. Now, that's not to say that there's still not a chance for Nichol to get caught, because I do think there could be, especially if Arthur tells the wrong person that there's an urn in his room with the cowplant. So we'll kind of see where that might go. But I don't think that Arthur would immediately go and tell authorities. One of the other ways that I was thinking Nichol could be caught is roll a die for when Gable's out haunting at night, because Gable's been out and about at night trying to haunt, and he's been upset and angry. He's not a happy ghost. And I think if there's a military night walk by as Gable's haunting around, I think we'll roll a die to see if they investigate. Like maybe they'll get this weird feeling because like Gable Ghost is out and about and they can't see Gable, but they just think, okay, something's odd. Like something gut feeling is making them worried about, you know, the property and what's going on here, and they kind of do a little snooping, and that's when the cowplant would be discovered. We so far haven't had like Roland. I was really hoping we would get a walk by from Roland, since he's the main investigator of the case, but unfortunately there's been no one that's come by on the lot, at least that while they've been here. But I do think that makes it so that he's got like a slim chance to be busted, but not impossible, you know what I mean? So let me know what you guys think of that as far as how Nichol could be caught, because I do want some risk for him, you know? I don't want it to be all easy to avoid detection for all these, well, the one murder that he's committed, but you know what I mean. I'm still sorting that one out, but we'll kind of see what we can come up with as we go along, and I will see you guys in the morning for tax day. Oh my goodness, there it is, the first baby bump. Alright, well, with that, I guess we might as well start calculating the tax day items. They're a merchant class, which means that they owe 20% in income tax, they owe a 10% tithe, 2,000 simoleons in rent, and Nichol owes 500 simoleons just to the military men because of the court fees. So in total, that actually puts them at 10,650 simoleons owed. I'm gonna just send it to Godfrey because I don't think they would care to invite him over right now because they have a child and they're dealing with that. So they're a little busy. And then I'm gonna send for the court fee that actually is gonna go to the military men now. And that one is Drake, because he is the captain over at the military barracks. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so glad you were able to tune in, and I will see you guys next Wednesday.